Intimidated by your energy. If you're watching this video, I had to make this video. I'm at work right now, so they told me to make this video. If you already know I'm talking about you, comment down below. I'm a chosen one. Hit that like, subscribe button. They are intimidated by your energy. Here are 5 reasons why. I'm gonna give you a few reasons. The first reason, you just trigger people. Your presence mirrors their insecurities. Your presence and how bright your light is and how open and charismatic you are, whatever, your presence in general shines on what people feel like they're not working on. It shines on what they feel like they don't have that you have. You know, and there's a few people that are going to be intimidated by this. These are like the energy vampires, the people that don't want to level up. These are people that are comfortable in where they're at. These are people that are used to being around people that outshine them. These are people that are not looking to grow. And when you come around, you kind of, your presence makes them insecure. So they probably won't let you be around their girlfriend. They probably don't want you being around somebody they're close with. They probably don't want you outshining them around their family because your presence is just bright. They're not okay with someone outshining them around people they love because it just makes them feel less of a person because they don't know themselves. People who don't know themselves and are not self-aware tend to be very insecure people because they don't understand their power. The gift in being here, the gift of being you is the fact that you are unique. It's the fact that no one's like you. No one has your name. No one has your footprint. Nobody has the same fingerprint. Even if you're twins, you have different fingerprints. You guys are just different energetically, spiritually, everything. So when you understand this, you realize that, man, why the hell does this person act this way when I come around and I haven't even done anything crazy to them? You know what I'm saying? All I do is show them love. All I do is show them respect. It's because, bro, your presence makes them insecure. They feel like they can't match up. They feel like they could never be you. They feel like you just perfect. But you're not. You have your own shit that you got to deal with. You look at all your insecurities all day, or you look at the things that you can do better about yourself. Meanwhile, this person is just triggered by your presence. You just be chilling. So you're a chosen one, man. Comment down below I'm a chosen one if you know I'm talking to you. The second sign is you can't be controlled or manipulated. People hate people that they can't control. The people that are control freaks, the people that like to manipulate and gaslight, when they can't control you, bro, it pisses them off. And people know they can't control you. They can't manipulate you. They can't pull one over on you because you're not an idiot. You're tapped in. You got discernment. You can tell why people be doing the shit they do. You can see through the lies. You can see through the bullshit. And some people just do not like this. Because some people go through this world and they're fake. They're not real. A lot of people are not really themselves. They got this mask they put onto the world, right? But you're somebody who's authentic. You put yourself out there. You're not afraid to be yourself no matter where you at. You ain't afraid to show people who you are. You're not afraid to meet people where they're at. You're not afraid to be yourself around anybody. Now, you may code switch and wear different hats in different situations because you have to be able to code switch. But most of the time, you're just still yourself, though. You know what I'm saying? And this is why they don't like you. They're intimidated by you because you can't be controlled. You can't be easily misled. They got to be on their P's and Q's with you. They can't just be saying anything in your damn ear and expecting you to run with it. So in a way, it intimidates them. And bro, don't get intimidation as a bad thing. Like you're just somebody that they don't. Intimidation and fear are 2 different things, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody to fear you. You don't want nobody to be intimidated either. But bro, intimidation is just a level of respect. That's what that is. It's just another way of saying someone respects you. Because intimidation can come from admiration. It can come from idolization. It can come from fear. It can come from respect. But it really comes from the main 3. You know, somebody idolizing you or respecting you at a higher per. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Because how other people feel, or how other people react to you doesn't matter because that's not your emotions. You can't control how other people feel. You can only control how you feel, right? But these people are intimidated by you because you can't be misled and controlled. You got a mind of your own. You think before you do shit. You ask questions. When somebody says something that's genuinely questionable, you like, what do you mean by that? You make people second guess what they have to say. And that's not a bad thing because we live in a world where, bro, you got to always do this, but especially when you're meeting new people. Some people, if they don't know you, they're going to try to see what they can get away with. This is natural human nature. People will treat you off of how much you let them get away with. People will treat you how you let them treat you. Literally, bro. Women do this shit all the time with men. There's just one thing a woman will do and say with one guy, but she will damn for sure not do with another guy because she just knows the program. This guy won't let that slide. This guy doesn't have a backbone. It's that simple. Don't be that person. But you're not because you're a chosen one. You probably were in the past. You had to learn to become this version. You had to learn who you were. You had to learn to say no. You had to learn to stop being a people pleaser. You had to learn how to be the strong pillar that you are. Right? The third sign is you hold spiritual rank. You have a strong presence. You walk in a room, before you speak, your energy speaks for itself. People turn heads. People wonder who you are. And if you walk in a room, people know you, it's even more magnetic. Your presence is very powerful. You ever been around somebody and you just feel it automatically energized, or something wants you to just gravitate towards them, or you just can't stop looking at them, or you want to understand what they got going on? It's the presence, it's the energy. That's what you have. You have that it factor. You have that energy about yourself. This is why when you go in public, people stare at you. It's not because just what you're wearing. Yeah, you can be fly as hell, you know, and you can look good, but it's way deeper than that. It's a spiritual thing. It's an energetic. It's the way you carry yourself. Because we live in a world where everything is vibes, bro. You feel people's vibes. Some people, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you've been around a motherfucker where they vibe your story all the way off. Like, there's something wrong with that motherfucker. Like, you just know when something wrong with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And you have that presence where people either feel comfortable, intimidated, or jealous, whatever it might be. But it's really, you have a high spiritual rank. You're one of God's warriors, one of God's chosen ones. So of course you have that presence. Of course you're strong, because the Spirit of God is on you heavy because of what you've been through and what your mission is here on this planet. And is you trigger transformation. You trigger people that do not want to get out their comfort zone, or maybe they do want to get out their comfort zone, but they just haven't got to it yet. You trigger that transformation. You ever notice that when you go around certain people that are just comfortable in their ways, their bad habits, their negative ways of thinking, or a toxic relationship, they act a certain way around you when you come around. They want to prove to you that they're doing well, or they want to prove to you that they got this going on, or they want to just show you that they're doing good, or that they're not like lacking. Because your presence alone triggers transformation, because you're probably a person who's into self-development. You're probably always trying to better yourself. You're always talking about some form of growth. They see what you're about. They see you growing. They see you changing. They see you improving. So when you come in their space, they can feel it. Their subconscious part of themselves that know that they should be doing good feels like you're judging them, but you're not, because you're understanding, because you've been there. But people are intimidated by the people that are better than them in a way, because it triggers them. It just triggers them, because it just like forces them to see what they're not doing right. It forces them to see the areas in their life that they need to improve. I've been around people that are probably a little more successful than I am in some areas, like business-wise, financially wise. Maybe they're more fit, maybe they're more in shape, maybe they're more disciplined, maybe they have a deeper intellect and they can teach me something. Like it's like, I'm the type of person where I'm like, damn, I want to learn more, or I want to be around this person, or I'm gonna speak life to this person, or I'm gonna give my perspective, instead of just hating and feeling like low than or feeling less than. Because when you know who you are, you don't feel less than because you're underqualified in the room, or because you're not the most qualified in the room. Just because you're not the most qualified in the room doesn't mean you're anything less of a person. That's because you know who you are. When you don't know who you are, the world tells you who you are. Sign, bro, is you carry light that just disturbs people. Darkness is kind of like the last one, for like, you just have this light about yourself that it literally shines directly on areas of people's lives that they need to improve on. But this is why it's very important to be yourself. Always authentically be yourself. Do never try to fake it because of what you see on face value, because you never judge a book by its cover, because it's never what it seems. Especially if this is a new group of people, especially if this is a new job, or whatever the place, you choose a place you haven't been. Be yourself, because the worst thing you can do is try to be something you're not, to fit into this certain group or area or this place of work, and then later on down the line you're just not really that person, and it comes out that you're not really that person, you're just faking it, and it just makes you look like a phony. It makes you look, and now you gotta explain what you don't want to explain, how you're just putting a mask to fit in with these people so you can just, you know, especially if you're a chosen one, you know you have a higher mission here, you know that you naturally stand out, you know you're destined to be great. You sometimes want to dim your light a little bit, because you don't want to have to be the center of attention. You don't want people to think that you're but bro, who gives a flying fuck, bro? Realistically, you being yourself is the best thing you can do for any space and environment, because it shows people that there's potential out there. It shows people and inspires the right people that they can step into their truth and that they're destined for greatness. And it just shows that man, like, people can confirm to you what you already know. Bro, when I stop dimming my light and like wherever I work at, like I work here, or I go in public, or if I meet new people, bro, me being myself, it always helps me out, because people realize my greatness and they allow me to step into it. So if that step, bro, you allow this to happen, watch what happens to you. You know you're a chosen one. This is why you intimidate them. Comment down below, I'm a chosen one. Hit that like, subscribe button, and I'm gonna see you on the next video. Peace.